How do you work faster? How do you make sure that Lovable stays on track with your idea? And how do you save the valuable credits we get? If you stay with me till the end of this video, I'll share with you a finding I made this week that helped me achieve just those things. But first, I would like to go through the update, what I've been working on this week. My name is Adam, and the project I submitted to ship this is called TenderBrick. In a nutshell, it's an AI-powered marketplace where home buyers and home sellers can connect in a meaningful way. What I've noticed, coming with the family background in real estate, is that customers often feel limited by the filters we see online on websites. For example, what my system wants to, what the system I'm building will allow them to do is to describe what they are after. Imagine someone looking for a Lakeview property near Austin, and they live with their dog, but they've got parents, elderly parents, so the property needs to be wheelchair accessible. And not, let's say, quote unquote, normal website to browse properties would not be able to accommodate this kind of request. On the other side, I've noticed that agents often find themselves in the similar situations, and when they start interacting with the user, with the client, they just tell them, okay, let's forget what you put on the website. Please describe to me what you want, and I'll go through our database and see what I can find for you. That costs a lot of time, that costs a lot of money. So TenderBrick is there to solve solve this problem by implementing an AI-powered chatbot where the user can describe what they want. That gets summarized into a. They also get prompted with the help. For example, if they mention children, the system prompts them back, oh, have you thought about schools? Have you thought about safety of the area? Or if they specify, oh, I need like 30 minutes from my workspace, the system asks them, where is your workspace? And then looks for properties like 30 minutes walk, 30 minutes riding a bike, 30 minutes drive, 30 minutes by train. All of them are taken into consideration. So that's it in a nutshell. Let's go through what I've achieved this week. And I'll be honest, it's been a very frustrating week. But first, let's start with the beautiful ones. So I've replaced the AI model behind the bot you see on the screen now. So I used, which one did I use? The Llama. I used Llama because it was fast, but it was losing context. It was confusing. It was finding itself stuck in the loops. So now I replaced it with OpenAI. It is a bit slower in responding, but I believe that the messages are much better. Second, I've started a bit of user testing. I was hoping to open the system this week. Personal life happens, so that didn't go as planned. But I managed to show the preview to 5 people, friends and family, and asking them generic question: what is this website about? What do you think it does, and how would you use it? The general comprehension was okay. Like, this helps me find properties if I'm looking for one, and yeah, I will actually show you the evolution of the homepage that has been achieved over maybe not like last 2 weeks, but a bit longer. So I hope the recording stays on track. So what you see now is the first landing page. Oh, just click on here. The first landing page I had, a simple form that basically one sentence brand promise that was helping users basically to sign up and contact me. I got a couple of contacts from the brokers on this, because this one is very much B2B focused. Then at the beginning of the week, this is what it looked like. So yeah, the first piece of feedback I got, oh, this form is confusing, it's a bit disjoint. So as you can imagine, people were not sure where do they put their prompts, what is requirements, why do they have to specify the the location in a different place. Then version 2, a much more streamlined homepage with the much more clearer value proposition. And what Lovable was great in helping me flesh out the extra features and the market need was to introduce property reports. But the feedback I was getting is, what do? I want homes, not a report. So this is where I am actually today with the website, which is, I'm so happy to share that it is live. So if you go to that link, you will see it. The form has been moved to the top. It has been streamlined, and I've added, based on users' feedback, kind of like, how do I start, those conversation starter prompts on the homepage, and further explanation what we do and how we do it later in the page. By no means it's finished. I already have some, UI UX frustration. The website kind of jumps around. If you have a look on TenderBrick.com, you will see what I mean. So I'll be improving that, but I'm super happy on the journey and the progress made this week. Let me go back so you can see me. So improved UI, I'm just looking at my notes. Added prompts for conversation starters. So what I mean is, those, if you choose location details, it will give you a bit of conversation starters to think about, and then you progress from here. Also had a chance to speak to a broker, confirmed what an ideal lead looks like for them. So here's the offering for brokers. That also, as mentioned last week, Lovable turned out to be great in actually helping me flesh out the value proposition and the offer for brokers. It was a bit too early for me to ask for the subscription, I believe, but I managed to confirm that, well, the key thing that keeps them awake is the leads volume and leads quality. And I also dug into what a qualified lead looks like for them. So there needs to be a confirmed need, not just like, window shopping, browsing, but someone with a budget and with the urgency. So I'm now thinking how I can confirm that at scale. So if anyone has further ideas, please let me know. And finally, this week, I launched on a domain, TenderBrick.com. It's there, it's live, pretty much since yesterday. It's buggy. I need to fix some things, I know. So that puts an extra urgency on me, that by the time you watch this video, I hope things will be very much in place. So what happens next week? This week, I need to learn Git and how does it on, and GitHub Lovable connection, and separate the features, like the development and the production environment, because I'm sure most of us experience this, that you work on one part of your app and suddenly something else gets broken, and when you revert back and then you don't know what happened, and then you realize that things got caught in the crosswire. So a lot of frustration, a lot of stress. It might happen to me on like one Thursday night, 11 p.m., that suddenly the website is all over the place. But that's life. So I want to learn Git to actually make sure that learn this workflow, how to do it with Lovable. So if you have any tips and tricks, please put them in the feedback comment. I would love to read them. Further prompt improvement on the chatbot, because I've noticed it's sometimes either is like too, I don't know what to call it, aggressive, but too straight to the point, that it doesn't. That's strange actually. That sometimes it does help, sometimes it's just like, someone's tired. Okay, you want A, B, C, and D. Okay, we'll stop there. Or sometimes, oh, you mentioned a dog. What kind of dog is it? Like, does it like to run? Is it old? Is it young? Stuff like this. I want to implement a feedback system on this chatbot. So when someone sends the requirements to me, they will be prompted to, share a feedback of like, was this conversation helpful? Did it point you to the areas you didn't think of? Uh, Further UI fixes. If you play with this chatbot, you will notice that sometimes the website jumps, and that was actually that broke the website on Thursday. That I was trying to fix it through codecs, through reading documentation, AI. Like, yeah, let's not go over. I'm sure we all have stories like this. And finally, I want to reach out to the brokers I spoke to, like a couple of them, and ask them if they would be interested in participating in beta test for it. Because now the website is live, I can send them a link going, okay, this is the offering, this is the journey I'm on, this is the goal I want to achieve. Would you like to join this journey? So this is where I am been, this is where I'm going. And let's close this video with sharing with you something I found that actually helps with keeping Lovable on track. And this is creating a PRD, so product requirement document, and including it in your memory section of the project. So what is a PRD? It's a set of basically a description like what the product does when it comes to functionality, what the product does when it comes to its business model, and the general description and layout of the product. So in this case, it is a marketplace for property industry. It is AI driven, like it's all written there. And what I've noticed is that putting a PRD in a memory of Lovable helped. Well, I don't have statistical data to back it, but I've noticed that the copy it was generated was much more on point, as well as, especially when working on for brokers page, it was explaining the value proposition much better. And I think, like, it's from what I noticed, I achieved, it took me much further with each prompt and much more on track than compared before the PRD. I implemented it on Friday morning, so after that failure with everything being broken. So how did I create one? Well, I asked Lovable, like, knowing what you know now, can you create me a PRD for this project? In the chat mode, it generated a very comprehensive description. I put it in the memory. You can find it under your project settings, and that worked. That, like, really improved. What I also intend to do is to use like a separate Gemini or Notebook LM research feature to work on this PRD and then move it to Lovable and improve the product as we progress. So this is my update for this week. As I said, it was quite a difficult week for me. It was challenging, but in the end, I'm very happy where I am. Am I behind schedule? Maybe a bit. Am I ahead of schedule? Maybe a bit. I don't know. But I'm sure this is the ups and downs of vibe coding, and I'm, as always, keeping my fingers crossed for all of you. And yeah, it's amazing to see all the projects you are working on. And yeah, like, it puts a smile on my face to see how creative we all are, and that everybody is moving on track towards their goals. So till next week, I hope you found it useful, and good luck with all the work for next week. I guess bye. Yeah, see you next week.